maker in my family. So today I'm going to show you how to put together a dessert based on using some really simple ingredients that you could have in the pantry. My mom is the master of desserts. She used to make homemade desserts for a restaurant in our neighborhood called Faces, and Sunny D Oreo was like one of the best chefs on the planet. She made all kinds of desserts that she sold to that restaurant, and like on the menu when it said homemade desserts, they came from her, so it's amazing. But I'm still learning, I'm still trying to catch that bug. My kid's favorite dessert is the Death by Chocolate, which is a layer of either chocolate cake or brownie with chocolate pudding, homemade whipped cream or Cool Whip, and crushed up like Score or Heath bars. So I received this gift from my mom, and they're chocolate covered almonds with a lemon twist. So I said, hey, let's kind of go on the idea of the Death by Chocolate, but we're gonna do like Death by Lemon. Well, I think lemon saves your life, but we'll see. So what I did was make a lemon cake. And I'm going to make a lemon pudding, and I'm going to crush up some of these candies, and then I'm going to make a fresh homemade whipped cream. And then we're going to layer it into this dish. It's just a trifle basically. So we're going to call it a Death by Lemon and a trifle, and we're just going to take all of our ingredients and layer it. It's going to look really pretty at the end. Okay, so I bought some instant pudding. It's really just follow the package directions. It's a 1 envelope of that and 2 cups of milk. My measuring cup is in the dishwasher, but you can use things that you have on hand. This is a pint glass. How much is a pint? It's 16 ounces. So that is literally 2 cups. So use what you have, and we're gonna use our mixer on low to just beat this together, and you let it rest. It takes 5 minutes. So we're going to make fresh whipped cream. You want to put your whisk and the bowl either into the freezer if you have room or into the refrigerator before you start. And you're going to use 1 cup of heavy cream or whipping cream. They sell that as well. And 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Now this KitchenAid was actually my Nana's KitchenAid, and like I said, I don't bake that much, so it's nice to just have this tool. It still works, it's durable, and it gets the job done. So I definitely don't need a new one, and I always think about my Nana when I attempt to make a dessert, for sure. Done when it forms stiff peaks and it's sturdy. You're gonna take that off of your whipping cream and bring it over here. My Nana used to make this cake called a chiffon cake, and she would whip egg whites using literally this bowl, and the cake would come out like mile high. It was unbelievable. And she like literally always had one of those chiffon cakes either ready to give away to someone, or when she had company come over, and she would serve it with sliced peaches off top and fresh whipped cream or Cool Whip, whatever we had. Next thing we're gonna do is crush our candy. So you're just gonna pour your candy into a plastic bag. You can seal it, but not all the way, because you want a little bit of air to be able to come out. And you can use a meat pounder just to smash the candy so it breaks up into little pieces. The next thing you need to do is just slice up your cake. It could be a rough chop, because this is just going to be at the bottom and it's all going to come together. I've even done the Death by Chocolate before, where I just crumble the brownies or the cake. Okay, so you have your nice slices of lemon cake, and that's going to be the first layer that we put in our trifle. So you're just going to take each of these pieces, and I don't know if I explained this before, I just bought a box cake because I am not the master of baking yet. So you just follow the instructions on the box to put the cake together. It's literally the cake mix, a couple of eggs, a little bit of oil, and you put all that together and bake it. All right, so you have your cake layer. The next layer you're gonna put is a layer of the pudding. Okay, I did buy 2 boxes. I wasn't sure how much I was gonna need, but you saw how fast it was to make it. So we really don't need to, I don't wanna put too much. I was afraid with this dish that it's too much lemon. I'm sure that's what my mother is thinking right now while she's watching it, but maybe after we try it, again, this is the first time I'm doing this, we can change up maybe to vanilla pudding or to a vanilla cake, because it's all about the candy and why we started this process. So, cake, lemon pudding, we're going to put our crushed up candy as the next layer of texture and just sprinkle that on the bottom. Okay, when you're doing a trifle, you use this glass dish because it's all about the presentation and about how it looks. So you want to make sure you get every layer on the edge at least. Okay, so that when you start building it, you can see all the components of the recipe. Okay. And then the next thing we're going to put in there is the fresh whipped cream. And again, making sure you get it on the sides. Oops. And then we'll clean that up afterwards. My arm in the way. So you just continue with each of the layers. You have a cake layer, a pudding layer, a cream layer, and the crushed candy. This is a great dish for parties. The presentation is beautiful. It looks great on the table. But I also bought these little individual packs, and so I want to share this recipe. So I'm going to do a couple of layers in these little containers that I can share with my friends. So here's the finished product. I have a trifle ready to go to share with friends, and then I also have some to go. I ended up making one more package of the pudding and another recipe of the whipped cream in order to make all of this. And I did crush up some more of the candy. But the lemon's not overpowering. This is really not too sweet. It's really, really good. And give it a try. Salud.